good afternoon. Here is the news afternoon. First, the highlights. Lagos State government announces traffic diversion at Kayode Ogumokun Street in Mushi. Federal government declares readiness to strengthen drug abuse prevention programs. And Warrington, U.S. Secretary of State to visit Nigeria, Cote d'Ivoire, others. And in sports, Super Eagles head coach charges team to brace up despite victory over Cote d'Ivoire. And now the details. I am Mike James. As part of the ongoing construction of the Mushi flyover for the Lagos Rail Mass Transit Project Red Line, Lagos State government has announced a 6 weeks traffic diversion at Kayode and Ogumokun streets in Mushi. The diversion will commence today till the 29th February. Today's end, motorists on Kayode Street moving towards Mushi will be diverted to Ikorodu Road, towards Jibo onward Moshalashi Empire to connect Agege Motor Road. Also, motorists from Majolate Street, Kayode Junction, can connect Matomi Street, onward Giwa Street on routes Ayonuga, as those on Olateju Street will be diverted to Koka Street to link Agege Motor Road. Motorists on Ijaye, Ogosoya and Awiyajo Streets are to connect Ade Doja Street to link Alhaji Lasisi for their desired destinations. In a statement, Commissioner for Transportation Oluwaseun Oshiemi said Ago Street, Adeni Street, Lawenson Crescent will be cordoned off from entering Kayode Street. Oshiemi assured motorists that officials of the Lagos State Traffic Management Authority LASMA will be on ground to help them navigate their ways through the construction zones. Lagos State government has identified the need to bridge the gap between public and private sectors, academia and civil societies in harnessing the collective strength and resources for the adoption of environmental innovations. Special advisor to Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu on Environment, Kunle Rotimi Akodu, made this known at the maiden edition of Environmental Education Engagement, saying stakeholders working together can accelerate the development and adoption of environmental innovations. Stressing the importance of stakeholder participation in open and transparent communication, Rotimi Akodu said, as the whole world is facing unprecedented challenges, it is important that the key stakeholders come together and forge a path towards a sustainable lifestyle for all. According to him, stakeholders sharing values, experiences, and best environmental practices would collectively identify innovative solutions that have the potential to transform the relationship with the environment, saying no single entity can solve these complex challenges alone. In his welcome address, the Permanent Secretary, Office of Environmental Services, Omobolaji Gaji, who spoke through the Director, Environmental Sanitation Services, Hassan Sanuth, stated that the maiden edition of the Environmental Education Stakeholders Engagement was to deliberate on a topic of utmost importance to every sector in the state. The Federal Airports Authority of Nigeria, FAN, says it is relocating its headquarters from Abuja, Lagos, its original base, in the interest of the authority and the nation. This is contained in a statement by the Director of Public Affairs and Consumer Protection, FAN, Obiageli Ora. Ora said the decision was taken after wide consultations with stakeholders, which included aviation unions. She said the public had made inquiries regarding the directive of the Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, Festus Keyamo, to return the authority to Lagos, where it operated for decades until recently. And now to the rest of the stories. The Federal Ministry of Health and Social Welfare has declared its readiness to work with the Reorientation Advocacy of Nigeria, RAN, and other stakeholders to strengthen prevention programs on drug abuse and treatment. According to the ministry, the partnership will specifically target people with drug use disorders. Minister of Health and Social Welfare, Mohammed Pate, who was represented at a partnership meeting by the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry, Kacholom Daju, expressed the readiness of the ministry to play a major role in addressing the use and issue of drug abuse. This, the minister said, will be targeted among the youths, women, and adolescents in the country, in line with the renewed hope agenda of President Bola Tinubu's administration. The Nigerian Army has announced the commencement of online application for the 2024 Direct Short Service Commission course. It says that the application period will end on February 23, emphasizing that eligible applicants should access the recruitment portal. Meanwhile, it specified that consideration for the Direct Short Service Commission course will only be given to 7 military personnel who have been sponsored to civil institutions by any of the services of the Nigerian Armed Forces. And in some foreign news, United States Secretary of State Antony Blinken will visit Nigeria, Cape Verde, Cote d'Ivoire, and Angola between January 21 and 26, 2024. U.S. Department of State spokesman Matthew Miller made this known in a statement, noting that throughout the trip, Blinken will highlight how the United States has accelerated the U.S.-Africa partnership since the U.S.-Africa Leaders Summit in areas such as climate, food, and health security. It will also emphasize U.S. future-focused economic partnership and how it is investing in infrastructure in Africa to boost two-way trade, create jobs at home and on the continent, and help Africa compete in the global marketplace. Also, Blinken is expected to advance security partnerships based on shared values such as respect for human rights, promotion of democracy, and expansion of the rule of law. And over to sports news, Super Eagles head coach Jose Peseiro has warned the players there is still more work to be done despite a victory against Cote d'Ivoire. Peseiro says it is important for his side to remain humble and focus on the task ahead. The Eagles revived hopes of securing a berth in the round of 16 with a 1-0 victory against the hosts at the Alassane Ouattara Stadium. Centre-back William Troost-Ekong fired home the winning goal from the penalty spot on 55 minutes after Victor Osimhen was fouled inside the box. And that was our news at 12. But just before we go, speed thrills but kills. Avoid excessive speeding. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms: X, formerly Twitter, Lagos Traffic 961, Instagram, Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Watch us live on Facebook, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. On YouTube, subscribe and watch all our previous programs and news on our channel, Traffic Radio 961. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration began community tourism initiative? Well, you can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. And to end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. As part of the ongoing construction of the Mushi Flyover Bridge for the Lagos Mass Rail Transit Project Red Line, Lagos State Government has announced a 6 weeks traffic diversion at Kayode and Ogumokun Streets in Mushi. The Federal Ministry of Health and Social Welfare has declared its readiness to work with the Reorientation Advocacy of Nigeria and other stakeholders to strengthen prevention programs on drug abuse and treatment. We also told you that United States Secretary of State Antony Blinken will visit Nigeria, Cape Verde, Cote d'Ivoire, and Angola between January 21 and 26, 2024. In sports, Super Eagles head coach Jose Peseiro has warned the players there is still more work to be done despite their victory against Cote d'Ivoire. And for contact with the newsroom, send a message to Lagos Traffic Radio at lagosstate.gov.ng. That ends the news broadcast. This was compiled by Adirayodu Olaya. Thank you for listening. My name is Mike James. Beautiful Friday afternoon to you. Looking quite cloudy out there and sunny in most areas. But let's have ourselves a wonderful day. Micah Arocha will be here for GNI on Go. To have a wonderful time.